I was embarrassed for our for the fans that showed up today that we did such a poor job of having our guys prepared to play.
Well, clearly Todd Graham disappointed. Arizona State's season comes to an end. They lose to Texas Tech 37-23 here in the Holiday Bowl. Eric Sorensen, Sports360AZ.com. I'm with Chris Cardman, ASUDevils.com. And Chris, we should just start by, you didn't really see this coming. I didn't really see it coming. So what exactly happened?
I don't think anybody saw it coming, Eric. This is a hallmark of Todd Graham, is just being prepared for games, having guys ready to go, being disciplined, being assignment sound. Secondary was really atrocious, but also put into some very difficult situations with one-on-one matchups that they really failed at. I think Todd Graham's approach to blitzing so relentlessly backfired to a large degree. There were so many times where they brought six-man pressures, and Texas Tech did a really good job of hitting their quick game or their hot routes over the middle to their tight end and their receivers.
Cliff Kingsbury played coy most of the week about naming his starter. It turned out Davis Webb got most of the reps. ASU came with pressure quite a bit, never got to him. What'd you see?
Yeah, I think it was really a mistake. Just because their style is such a quick-hitting passing approach, and they did a good job of identifying where the blitzes were coming from. They made some checks at the line of scrimmage when they needed to with their quarterback, who did an outstanding job for somebody who doesn't have much experience. The linebackers were really put in a difficult situation, and then the secondary played poorly. I thought this was probably Alden Darby's worst game, or very nearly. The corners didn't really do a good job, and Graham said it was the worst half of football by the defense in the whole season, and I definitely agree.
Taylor Kelly, effective running the ball, didn't really get it done through the air tonight, had a couple interceptions. What was Texas Tech doing in the secondary to kind of confuse him?
It's hard to say how much not having Marion Grice really hurt this team the last two games of the season, but it takes away some of the things they can do formationally with DJ Foster in the slot. They try to go with more two tight end stuff early on. I just felt like they didn't have the ability to do a lot of the things they wanted to in the passing game. And then what we saw from Texas Tech was a lot of times they just dropped 7 or 8 guys into coverage, and they made Taylor Kelly keep the ball and try to beat him on the ground, extend drives, and that really wasn't going to work given that ASU was playing from behind and just didn't have enough balance. So those kind of things together really made for a disjointed evening, I thought, and it just was such an odd atmosphere, and it just seemed very awkward almost.
So the Sun Devils in the season with 2 losses, 2 pretty lopsided losses when you look back on it. Todd Graham called it a good season. Would you agree?
Yeah, it was a good season. Anytime that you go 8-1 in regular season conference play at ASU, given your history, it's a successful season. He said that next year they're going to expect 11 wins for that to be a great season, given what they've set from a barometer standpoint. I don't know how you could really say that, because you're going to be replacing almost all of your defense. But it was a very good senior season. The last 2 games took a little bit of luster off of that, certainly. But you have to look at it holistically, and I think there's a lot that they have to be proud of.